What do you get when you cross a king with trust issues, a prince with a Netflix deal, and a London private members club? The most secretive royal meeting since the last time someone tried to fix this family. I'm about to spill the tea on a meeting so hush-hush, it makes MI6 look like a gossip column. Buckle up, cookies. This is the story of how two very expensive intermediaries tried to piece together the most expensive broken relationship in Britain. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. The venue? The Royal Overseas League, a private members club that ironically champions international friendship across the world. The irony is so thick you could spread it on toast. Here's this organization promoting global harmony while hosting a meeting about a family that can't even agree on whether to have Sunday roast together. Now, here's where it gets juicy. This wasn't just any casual chat over cucumber sandwiches. According to sources, and we love our sources here at Royal Cookies, this was described as a first step towards reconciliation. A first step. After 4 years of public slanging matches, tell-all interviews, and enough drama to fuel a dozen soap operas, we're at step 1. The meeting reportedly centered around ways to finally reconcile issues between the Duke and the King. Translation: how do we get these two to stop airing their dirty laundry in public while maintaining some semblance of royal dignity? Spoiler alert, it's complicated. But wait, if this meeting was so secret, how do we know about it? And more importantly, what exactly were they discussing behind those closed doors? The plot thickens faster than the Queen's morning porridge. Let's talk about the puppet masters. Sorry, I mean the highly skilled diplomatic professionals who orchestrated this whole affair. Because in royal land, apparently, fathers and sons can't just pick up the phone like normal people. First up, Meredith Maines, Harry's communications chief. This woman has arguably the most challenging job in PR history. Her LinkedIn summary probably reads, skilled in crisis management, media relations, and explaining why my boss said that thing about his stepmother. She's basically the human equivalent of a fire extinguisher, always on standby. On the other side, we have Charles' team, the palace machinery that's been perfecting the art of dignified silence since before TikTok existed. These are the people who can make a statement about the weather sound like a constitutional crisis. They're so good at being diplomatically vague, they could teach a masterclass in saying nothing while appearing to say everything. But here's the kicker, and this is where it gets properly interesting. Prince William's representatives were notably absent from this little gathering. That's right, folks. The heir to the throne, the future king, the man who's supposedly Harry's brother, his people didn't even RSVP. Now, that's what I call a family dynamic. It's like organizing a wedding where the bride's brother doesn't show up to the rehearsal dinner. Except in this case, the brother is going to be running the country someday, and the dinner is about whether the family can stand to be in the same room together. The absence of William's team speaks volumes. And I mean volumes with capital letters and a megaphone. It suggests that while Harry might be ready to patch things up with dear old dad, the relationship with his brother is still frostier than a British winter. Some wounds, apparently, need more than a private members club and expensive intermediaries to heal. But let's be real for a moment. Cookies. The fact that this meeting happened at all is actually quite remarkable. After years of public spats, leaked recordings, and enough tell-all interviews to fill a library, someone finally said, right, let's stop throwing mud and start building bridges. So what exactly did they discuss? Was it all royal protocol and diplomatic niceties? Or did they actually get down to the nitty-gritty of this family feud? The devil, as they say, is in the details. And these details are absolutely fascinating. Right? Let's dig into the meat and potatoes of this royal summit. Because while the palace loves their private family matterline, we all know this is about as private as a reality TV show. First things first, what this meeting wasn't about. According to The Sun, a proposal for Harry to make a royal return was not on the agenda. Translation: don't expect Harry to be back on the Buckingham Palace balcony anytime soon, waving at crowds and cutting ribbons. That ship has sailed, hit an iceberg, and is currently at the bottom of the Atlantic. But here's what's fascinating, and slightly heartbreaking if you're into that sort of thing. The conversations were reportedly about reconciliation, not rehabilitation. They're not trying to make Harry a working royal again. They're trying to make him a son again. This comes just weeks after Harry told the BBC that he'd love reconciliation with his family. His exact words? There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Now, that's either the most mature thing he's said in years, or his PR team finally got through to him. Either way, it's progress. But here's the million-pound question. Can you really reconcile with someone when every conversation might end up in a Netflix documentary? It's like trying to have a heart-to-heart with someone who's recording everything for their podcast. The trust issues are, well, they're bigger than the crown jewels. Let's rewind to February 2024, the last time father and son actually met face-to-face. 30 minutes. That's how long they spent together when Harry rushed over after Charles's cancer diagnosis. 30 minutes. I spend longer choosing what to watch on Netflix. And that was supposedly an emergency visit. Asterisk asterisk, so what's different now? Well, for starters, Charles is still dealing with his health issues. Harry's settled into his California lifestyle, and the initial shock of Megxit has worn off. They're not operating in crisis mode anymore. They're operating in maybe we can figure this out mode. The timing is also interesting. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green. Sophie's proving that environmental activism isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Until next time, keep munching on those eco-friendly royal cookies.